peaceful, such a beautiful atmosphere. They said, "Wow, this is so special. There's nowhere else in the world I've ever seen like this." But when you can appreciate what you do have, then your mind settles down very quick. So you have to appreciate. Usually you start with your parents, the people who have helped you, parents, teachers, maybe some friends, work colleagues. You appreciate what you do have. So if you have a house, it may not be the best house, but it's somewhere, better than no house. You've got a car, better than no car at all. You've got, all the things you have, material things, the help of other people. You have to appreciate that first. Then when you meditate, you feel so happy. Then your mind will settle down and you can contemplate what the Buddha taught. This is number one obstacle nowadays. Everyone is complaining, grumpy, complaining, sit meditation where they're just thinking, this is not right, that's not right. So they can't meditate very well. You have to learn to appreciate more. We're all the same. We love to complain. It's like, before it was COVID, everyone was afraid of COVID. Don't give me COVID, don't give me COVID. Really, the real problem is not COVID, it's the negative thinking. Because when you think negative thoughts, the next thing is you speak negative words. So you tell your friend something, you say one good thing and 10 bad things. So the 10 bad things, not only do you think them, that your friend now thinks them, because you passed it on, like COVID, you pass it to other people. What we call office politics and all this kind of thing, wherever you work. Even the hospital. I went for a heart checkup the other day, because getting old. Spend all the time talking to the doctors about hospital politics. They said, "Oh, you're making so much good karma." And they said, "Yeah, but there's the boss and the manager and this guy and that guy." Wherever you go in the world nowadays, everyone is complaining about each other, backstabbing, complaining. There's no one to complain about, or complain about the government or the weather or something, If you meditate, that's the first thing you've got to learn. I just said it, settle down, let it go. And focus more on the good things. Even in yourself, you have good things. If you don't have good things, you wouldn't be here today. You're a human being, you have faith in Buddha, you're here, you have a place to practice. You're already very lucky. In the number of people in the world, you're in the top 1%. Most people, they say top 1%, or you have to be billionaire somewhere in the world. No, that's all wrong. Top 1% is you're human, you still have ears and eyes to hear the Dhamma, see the Dhamma, you're reasonably healthy, you have chance to practice Dhamma, you're top 1% of the world already. So don't waste it. And remember, I'm one of the lucky ones. You are one of the lucky ones. When that voice comes up saying, "Oh, my life is so bad, this is wrong, that's wrong, I'm no good," don't believe it. That's just delusion.
One side is among people, another side is a group of people poor. We should offer which one? I confused.
It's true, the Buddha did talk about hierarchy, how much merit, how much good karma you make with the dharma you do. But he's just giving you like a structure there for helping you to think. But he didn't say, "Oh, there's a monk here, a group of poor people there, always go to the monk and ignore the poor people." He didn't say that. He's just saying, if someone has sila, morality, the dharma you make with them will tend to bring more fruit, more good things, because they will use it well. They'll do good things because they're moral. This was the first time I learned this one when I was 17. I was in Africa. Traveling Africa, I was looking for a job. I was with a friend. We said, we want to go and help the African people. They're so poor, they have so little, but they're very kind, happy people. We said, we want to help them. So we're looking to a way to help them. And one man we met, he said, you want a job helping people? I can give you a job. We said, oh, okay. What's this job? Selling guns. We said, no, thank you, no. We quickly left, didn't want to do that. If you help somebody, you'd have to think how to help them. What is the situation? So maybe it's a monk, help a monk, they need help, and there's something you need to do, or they need. But maybe there is a poor person, so you think, what does this poor person need? Maybe they need food, or they need some money for medicine, or something for school. Whatever you can do, if you're there, maybe you help them. If it's a monk, you see what he needs, maybe help him. And occasionally you may have to choose. You only have a little bit of time and money, so you choose. Okay, sometimes you have to choose. But usually it's just whatever comes along, you do the right thing then. So sometimes you meet the poor person, help them. The sick person, okay, you help them. Monk, help him. It just depends who you meet, what is the situation. It's very hard to generalize or be fixed here. You just see what needs to be done. It's like living in this monastery. There's so many things to do. You might sit there and think, oh, where do I start? So much to do. Like Pat was saying, oh, I don't need to cut the grass because the other guy in the yellow jacket does all the grass cutting. Good. If you can cut grass, you cut the grass. If you can drive the car, you drive the car. If you can cook the food, you cook the food. Everybody does something, and in the end, you get a nice monastery. Everyone gives a little bit, helps a little bit. But it's hard to say what is the right thing to do. You just see what needs to be done. So sometimes you're cleaning, sometimes you're cooking, sometimes you're doing all kinds of funny things. The other day I was at my temple, I was moving a big bag of rubbish. And someone came along and said, you're the boss monk, the abbot, you shouldn't be moving rubbish. I said, I wouldn't like to move rubbish, but someone has to move it. And I'm here, so I will move it. You do what you can in each situation, and you never quite know. So sometimes you help the poor people, sometimes you help animal. Animal comes along, you help the animal first, because they need it, then maybe they're dying or sick. But once you help the animal, you go back, maybe you help a monk, or you help this person, you help someone else. Doesn't matter. You see what you need to do as you go along. And you can't always plan it. If you help a wise monk, it's good because that wise monk can help many more people. This is why monks like Ajahn Mahabua in Thailand, I used to go and see him, Luang Por Anan used to go and see him all the time. In the end, at the last few years of his life, people gave him so much money. And everyone's going, why are they giving him so much money? He's an arahant, he doesn't need anything. True, he doesn't need anything himself. He's very wise. So he was looking at ways to help the country. So he built a hospital. He helped the prison, because the prisons are very badly maintained. He built the first dogs home, proper dogs home in Thailand, because a lot of stray dogs. And then in the end, he raised funds, they bought gold bullion for the national treasury. He's an arahant, he doesn't need gold, doesn't need money, but he said the economy has collapsed. What will help the economy? And they need gold, something that's reliable in the treasury to help keep the economy of Thailand stable. So he became the world's single most, the person who raised the most amount of money on their own in world history. He was in Time magazine one year. Billions and millions of dollars of money put into buying gold, put into the national treasury. A very unusual thing, but you think about it, it's the wisdom of a monk who says this can help the country. They make their offering to an arahant, very good, and then he gives it back to the country. And, we were with him right until the day he died. It's not like he stole anything or took anything for himself. He's just a monk with his robes. But he managed to pull people to offer so much for the common good. Very rare. to find that in the world. I don't think in Australia you could achieve that. No one would trust the politicians, no one would trust anybody. Even in Thailand, they wouldn't really trust the politician, but because the monk was doing it, they trusted him. So dana can be done in many ways. You see what needs to be done. So sometimes...
My mind before, I always do design people, when they come temple, they always prepare them with someone really have to teach them. They prepare the people in law.
Sometimes it can happen. So if you see that, maybe you know, oh, we should still look after the person who's at the back. We help them as well. You have a very kind heart, very broad, large heart, so you can see the need for that. It's like Ajahn Anan. One year I used to live with Ajahn Anan in Wat Mak Chan, and in the old days, nowadays the food is like today, it's all on table, buffet style. But in the old days, they offer the tray to the Ajahn Anan, first monk, and then go down the line. So if you're at the end of the line, maybe a little bit less food. So sometimes the monk thinking, how much will I get today? Is there much left on the tray? Maybe the nice one, the nice fruit or a nice something. Maybe you're thinking, maybe it won't reach me. Sometimes you think like that. It goes down the line. So one day, Ajahn Anan came down. He said, "Okay, today you take the tray and you offer it to the novice." All the food, all these nice plates of food, started with the youngest novice. He's only 18 years old. He's sitting there, me? They brought all the trays to him. He gets to take first. He's too scared to take. Just take a little bit, because then it goes up the line. And Ajahn Anan took his food last. And everyone goes, oh, Ajahn Anan, he knows how to let go as well. So he got his food last that day. But of course, none of the monks dared to take very much, because they don't want to deprive the teacher of any food. So you just take a little bit, and then just send it on. So even in monastery, it can happen sometimes. Senior monk gets lots, junior monk gets a little. But you learn to see what's needed. Today we offered relics for the Chedi up top. The Buddha relics I offered Ajahn Dhammasiha from Sripada in Sri Lanka. It's a mountain with Buddha's footprint on top. And Ajahn Anan was saying earlier, we went up, we climbed 5 hours. And we were staying in a hotel. They gave us a lunchbox, but the monk hadn't seen the lunchbox. It was with the lay people that are carrying. So we just go up on empty stomach, 5 hours up the mountain. We arrived at the top, 11:45. The monks had got to eat by 12. So we sat down on the rocks. It was just on the rocks on top of the mountain, and then bring the lunchbox. Open the lunchbox. One chicken leg and one orange. Tiny bit of food, because no one checked how much food. We looked, and then some of the monks are vegetarians, so, oh, one orange, okay. Ajahn Anan got his lunch, and he saw one older lady who had walked 5 hours up a hill. She was very tired, very weak. He said, you have the lunch. He gave it away. Having walked up a mountain 5 hours, just gave it away. Somebody who's not attached is like that. Normally we give him all the best food, look after him, but it's not that he needs that or wants that. He can also give away if he needs to. So everyone shared what little food we had on top, very nice. And we did chanting, meditation, and then all the Buddha relics came. So 9 of the Buddha relics today came from the top of that mountain. They came by themselves. We didn't go and find them or anything. Ajahn Anan said they had offered him this big Chedi relic holder, but it's empty. He's thinking, oh, it'd be nice to get some relics for the whole Chedi, little Chedi that they offered. So we're up there chanting. While we're chanting, all the relics came. Over 30 relics came into his bag. And I know because I was carrying his bag all the way, so I know nobody did anything to his bag. So we opened the bag, full of relics. So we could put them into the little chedi that somebody offered. So you got some of them here today. That's the Devas doing Dana. How the relics come, Devas, they want to inspire people, so they bring the relics to you. That's sometimes relics, they come out of thin air, it seems. It's actually the Devas do it, they bring them. So even Devas, they can do Dana. They can't offer food, but they can bring the relics.
That is the one we will be enshrining. I'm not sure whether everyone got that. So the relics Luang Por was just talking about who appeared in Luang Por Anan's shoulder bag on Tripada. Luang Por was bringing us 9 of those, and they're ready for enshrinement at the ceremony. Much appreciated, Luang Por. A very special gift, these 9 relics from Tripada.
Very special day. Has anybody been to Sri Lanka? The Sri Lankans have been. You ever been up Sri Pada, the mountain with the Buddha footprint?
Yes.
You went to the top? Oh, very good. Very nice place for meditation, chanting, very good place.
I went there to honeymoon.
Okay, still good. Very smart.
To the other place for sightseeing, I can do it. That's the Sri Lanka, because he asked me. So I said,
Okay.
I want to go to Sri Lanka first for the Buddhism.
Yeah.
Because it would be difficult for me to ask him to do it again.
Very smart.
I picked Sri Lanka.
You have the right idea. If anyone gets the chance, you can go to Sri Lanka, you can climb the mountain, only takes 5 hours. Take your food with you. And you get up top and you can meditate, chant, a very good place and very special, very good devas there. If you can't make it, now you can go up our mountain here, Dhammagiri mountain, and also has relics on top, you can meditate there now. It's like Sri Pada, little Sri Pada.
Chula Sripada. Yes.
Robert said that after his pilgrimage review to India, he came home to find that the relics number has grown
Wow,
from 8 to 9.
there you go.
How could that happen?
The devas are doing dana as well. Yeah, they can help them increase in number. They bring, I think technical term is telekinesis. They use the power of their mind and their good barami to move from one place to another. So if they see someone that has faith, sometimes they will bring new relics. And similarly, sometimes they take them away. It does happen, they move them away to somewhere safer or where people have more faith. It does happen, they disappear. It's not always disappear for a bad reason. Sometimes they disappear because somebody wants to offer them somewhere but they didn't do it yet or didn't plan it yet. So the Devas do it for them. Ajahn Panyawada told that story when he lived with Ajahn Mahabua. He had one set of Buddha relics in his kuti, and there was a time they renovated a chedi on top of a mountain in Chiang Mai, and they invited Ajahn Mahabua to go and open the new chedi. And he left the monastery, and Ajahn Panyawada was the second monk, so he always left him in charge of the monastery, and he was sitting there back in the monastery thinking, oh, what a shame, I've got these relics, I should have sent them for that ceremony to put into the chedi. Then he went back to his kuti and he thought, oh, I'll have a look at them. He opened up and they're gone. And no one's been in his kuti to do that. So when Ajahn Mahabua returned, he asked him, he said, the relics in my kuti, I was thinking of sending them to Chiang Mai, but when I looked at them, they were gone. And Ajahn Mahabodhi said, all you need to do is think it, and the Devas will know what you're thinking, and they'll do the rest. So they moved them for him.
Purity of the mind.
Purity of the mind and the barami. Yeah, and the Devas have to have enough barami that they can do that. It's a kind of psychic power, they can do that.
So please make sure that you always worship the Saddhamma Cetiya on top of Dhammagiri. When the archaeologists come in 1,000 years, that there's many, many more relics, not less. It depends on you now to do the puja up there with a pure mind, and we may be able to similarly fill the JD with more relics.
There's a famous story in Thailand. There's one year they were competing in the Asian Games, and in those days there was a monk called Luang Por Kalyano, and Luang Por Kalyan's blessing was considered the best in the whole of Thailand. Everyone liked to get a blessing from him, and he'd have a stick and he'd tap you on the head. And so all the sports stars competing in the Asian Games went to see him to get a blessing before they went off. I think it was in Indonesia they had the competition. Except for one. He was already an Olympic gold medalist in boxing. And he was so confident, he said, I'm already an Olympic medalist, I don't need any blessing. So he didn't go, but everyone else went. And that year the Thai team did really well. Lots of gold medals, everyone outshone their expectations, did really well. Except for this boxer, he got knocked out in the first round. And everyone said, see, you don't go for the blessing, this is what happens. So, blessings can be useful sometimes.
Lots of Thai people, when they get a new car, they'll ask the monk to do the
Yeah, they're always coming to me for that. I've done so many over the years. Sometimes bless it today, next week they bring it back with a passion. They say, Ajahn, your blessing no good. I said, well, how are you though? Are you hurt? And they said, no, miraculously I was not hurt. I said, you see, that's the blessing. We're not too worried about the car, it's actually you. We don't want you hurt. So some blessings are just to protect the driver, some to protect the car as well. We'll see. Yeah, well, whatever works for me. Sometimes I reflect on death. I'm not going to be here that much longer. You know, we get older every day. Once you die, you can't do it anymore. So, because your life, you don't know how much more time you have. Use today as well as you can, the best you can today, because tomorrow, who knows? So that's one thing, I just reflect on death, impermanence of life, so that I have urgency. Another one is I lived with Ajahn Chah, and Ajahn Chah was so focused on the Dhamma practice, the teaching, the meditation, the practice. You pick that up from him if you live with him. You just get a sense of every moment, every day is part of the practice. Nothing is not part of the practice. So it's not like I'll practice next week when I go to the temple, but for now, forget it. You know, you don't think like that with Ajahn Chah. Every day is part of the practice. Even if you're working or eating or traveling or doing other things, you're still practicing. And you pick that up. And then you just start to apply it for yourself. Or like living with Luang Por Kalyano, he's still alive. He's like that. Everything is part of the practice. It's not like I'll practice tomorrow or next week or next year. Today is the practice. Whatever he's doing, he's practicing. And when you live with good teachers, you pick up a lot from them like that. And you don't let your time slip by. You don't want to waste your time doing things that are not that important. You try and make everything part of your practice. So even very ordinary things that you just, eating your food. You can eat your food and you're talking and eating and you forget all about Buddha Dhamma Sangha, or you eat and you try and be mindful as you eat. Whatever you're doing in the day, you're driving your car, you can drive your car as a student of the Buddha. Try to be mindful, careful as you drive, watching the other drivers. Someone goes in front of you, never mind, don't get angry, don't give in to your anger. Or you can drive your car like you're a monster, and you're really stressed, and someone comes in front and you get upset. It's up to you, isn't it? What you do in your day, you have to turn into part of your practice. If you go to work, it's not that work and practicing Dhamma are separate things. You go to work, you try to treat the people well, even if they're not behaving well themselves. You try to be good example, keep the precepts, be mindful, be patient, be helpful, hardworking, honest, all the things you aspire to, you wish for, you try to practice at work, even if other people are not doing that. That's their business. Just leave them alone. They get on with their life, you get on with yours. So I know it's hard, but you have to try and focus like this. You won't expect to meditate much at work, but even at work, maybe you have 10-minute coffee break. You can go and sit and do a bit of meditation. You can do that. I know people who do, if you want. So you're learning to bring the Buddhist practice into your life, whether you're at home, work, come to the temple, whatever. It's all part of your practice. Because wherever you go, your heart goes with you. It's heart, mind, same thing. So you have to look after it wherever you go. It's not like only look after it when you're at Dhammagiri, go home, forget everything. That's not good. You end up making mistakes or doing something that hurts yourself, hurts other people. Be careful. Move people out. Okay, so our practice now is move up the hill, please. We have to help Ajahn Dhammasiha now. Go move up the hill.ช่วยกันขึ้นเขา
There are two buses waiting, and probably around 15 people. Yeah, run by.
Either one. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I'll just stand. Should be fine.
Do you need to have a seat? I can go next.
No, you're fine. I'll just stand. Well,
You go here. I'll go next. That's cool.
I'm fine to stand, honestly.
I don't think he wants
Oh,
to
okay,
stand
sure.
on the hill. It's a bit steep. You sit there. I'll go next place.
Sorry.
How's your day going so far?
Very good, very good.
Yes.
It's a beautiful setting, beautiful stupa, and very nice weather so far.
Anything to add?
So this is the stupa is I think one of the very rare stupas in Australia that we're inaugurating today. So it's a very big, very important day for Buddhism in Australia and the growth of Buddhism in Australia. And we hope it can inspire many people to learn the Buddhist teachings. And it's a very exciting event and very beautiful setup here in Brisbane. It's great.
Thank you.
In the bowl. Yeah, the bone jar. It's bone jar. Yeah. At the moment, the couple, isn't it? Yeah, the couple. I think so. Relics.
Hello, I'm very happy to be here. I'm from Gold Coast,
From
all
Gold-
the way, and I'm so delighted to see this beautiful place with the cheetah, and I am trying to make it very memorable, so that at the end of my life, before I die, I could remember the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for all your contributions.
Should I bring card in?
I was actually going to ask you.
Okay,
Can't see.
Did you see it?
The path that leads
Oh, that's good. That's good. They pick the right one. They pick you the right person. Yeah. Oh, yeah, good. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Very good. Very nice. That's nice. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, nice. Yeah, that's nice. So they want you to go around and the child house? At the end, at the end,
So you cannot see exactly.
Yeah, but the power bank's still full.
they enjoy it. Only Ajahn Kalyano. Only Ajahn Kalyano is to come with him, the young one, the classic, the one that classes. The young one, Malaysian, during Korean
Yeah.